Advisory. Distinguished is not intended for all audiences. The following stories are true and may contain details that some find disturbing. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Next on Distinguished, we honor the legacy of Captain Larry Taylor. Captain Larry Taylor was born in 1942 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and grew up in a family with a strong military tradition. His great-great-grandfather fought in the Civil War, his great-uncle in World War I, and his father and uncles in World War II. He graduated from the University of Tennessee Knoxville, and commenced his military career by enlisting in the U.S. Army Reserve on June 5, 1966. On August 14, 1966, he joined the regular Army. After completing his training at the U.S. Army Armor School, Taylor quickly realized that he was better suited to be a pilot than an armor officer. He had already obtained a fixed-wing pilot's license before joining the Army, believing that this experience would facilitate his learning of rotary wing flying. Subsequently, he attended the U.S. Army Primary Helicopter School and qualified as an Army aviator in June 1967. Approximately 2 months later, Taylor found himself in Vietnam. On the night of June 18, 1968, a 4-man Long-Range Reconnaissance Patrol team was observing a village occupied by around 80 North Vietnamese soldiers. A firefight broke out, and the soldiers soon realized they were surrounded, prompting them to radio for air support. Taylor led a helicopter light fire team, and he and his co-pilot, J.O. Ratliff, were dispatched to assist the 4 pinned-down American soldiers near the hamlet of Ap Do Cong, Vietnam. Taylor and Ratliff, along with one other Cobra helicopter, flew over the firefight and provided air support until they ran out of rockets and ammunition. Taylor radioed the patrol team and requested the 4 soldiers to mark their location with flares. Using the illumination as a reference point, he and his wingmen strafed the enemy with miniguns and aerial rockets. Despite facing intense ground fire, the 2 Cobra gunships continued to make low-level attack runs for the next 45 minutes. With both helicopters nearly out of ammunition and the enemy still closing in, Taylor learned that a plan to rescue the soldiers with a UH-1 Huey helicopter had been cancelled due to the extreme danger. Running low on fuel and with the patrol team almost out of ammunition, Taylor decided to extract the team using his 2-man Cobra helicopter, an unprecedented and daring feat. Taylor directed his wingmen to fire his remaining minigun rounds along the eastern flank of the patrol team and then returned to the base camp. Taylor himself fired his own minigun along the team's western flank, using his Cobra's landing lights to draw the enemy's attention while the patrol team moved to a nearby extraction point. Recognizing that the pinned-down soldiers had no other options, Taylor radioed the team leader and made an unconventional request. He asked the soldiers to create a diversion by running 100 yards from their position and lying down in the grass. The soldiers followed his orders and were astonished as they quickly realized that Taylor was landing his Cobra in the midst of the firefight, putting his life at great risk. Given that the Cobra helicopter had no means of transporting troops, Taylor swiftly ordered the 4 soldiers to cling to the helicopter skids and rocket pods as he lifted them out of the battle and transported them to a safer location several miles away. This courageous act saved their lives. The soldiers miraculously rescued that night were David Hill of Visalia, California, Robert Eisner of New York City, Gerald Patty of Maryville, Tennessee, and William P. Cohn of Norwich, Connecticut. Taylor completed over 2,000 combat missions in UH-1 and Cobra helicopters. He faced enemy fire on 340 occasions and was forced to make emergency landings 5 times. Captain Taylor's selfless actions on that fateful night saved the lives of the surrounded patrol team, and his bravery continues to exemplify the highest traditions of military service. He was honorably discharged from active duty on August 31, 1970, having attained the rank of captain, and was discharged from the U.S. Army Reserve on October 17, 1973. For his conspicuous actions, the U.S. Army awarded him a minimum of 50 combat decorations, including the Silver Star, 43 Air Medals, a Bronze Star, and 2 Distinguished Flying Crosses. He also received the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Bronze Star. More than 55 years later, on September 5, 2023, during a ceremony at the White House, President Joe Biden recognized 81-year-old Captain Larry Taylor's heroism and awarded him the Medal of Honor. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the stories and lives of military heroes. We hope you've been inspired and moved by their courage and sacrifice. We can't do this without your support. If you've enjoyed this podcast, we kindly ask that you continue to support us by spreading the word. Leaving a positive rating and review on your favorite podcast platform will help others discover these remarkable stories. Don't forget to like and share our episodes on social media. Your personal recommendation can make a significant impact. By sharing these stories, you play a vital role in honoring the bravery of our military heroes and ensuring their legacies live on. Together, Let's continue to shine a light on the incredible men and women who have served and protected our nation.